Well, good morning, Laguna Woods Village. Good Monday morning, I should say, and welcome to Club Talk. Now, this is the show that brings the clubs to you. Every Monday morning, right here on TV6 at 10 o'clock is Club Talk time. We have two great clubs going to be on today's show, full of a lot of fun and information and some food tips as well. First part of the show, we have the Sunshine Performance Club is here with Sunshine Ludi and Dutch Fisher. And Dutch is even, we'll talk him into singing a song for us as well. And you're going to tell us all about the Sunshine Performance Club and what's coming up at the end of the month, a big musical gala, which we enjoy twice a year from Sunshine's folks, plus many other opportunities to see their work. And then we're going to have a small break, and after the break, we have the Mindful Eating Club. And that's with Nancy Fisher and Carla Vigos. And they're going to tell us about the right way to eat plant-based foods and a little less meat, perhaps, and fish and chicken, but more on that later as we get to their part. But right now, let's talk to Sunshine and Dutch. Good morning, folks.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show. All right, you guys are looking great. All set for the big show coming up, Sunshine?
We sure are.
I bet you've been busy. Now, I wonder what we call you, an entertainer, a show producer, or all of the above?
All of the above.
Okay, because I know you just are so busy year-round providing these wonderful shows. This show is going to be, I believe, the 19th show, I believe.
It's going to be the 19th show.
And plus the many other shows that you put on.
19th show that we've done, the Clubhouse 3, which is the Performing Arts Center, or Clubhouse 5. And of course, we've done many others like the Kiwanis Pancake Breakfast and individual things for clubs. But this is the big shows we're talking about.
Yeah, the 19th show. Now, as I understand, already through the sponsors, you've received a great benefit for the three main sponsors.
We have. Through the sponsors, they have donated directly to the charities $12,000 plus.
Wow, that's great. That's not chopped chicken
liver. And that's not all, because when the audience is there, they can make donations. And then if we have lots of people in the audience buying tickets at $10 a piece, all of the net proceeds after expenses will go to the charities as well.
And the proceeds of the charities that enjoy this are?
They are Alzheimer's of Orange County, the Foundation of Laguna Woods Village, and Saddleback Kiwanis Foundation. And they all do wonderful things for our village. Kiwanis, let's talk about Alzheimer's first, because they have the adult daycare center. It's called South County Adult Day Services.
Right.
That's too many words to say. So they call it SCADS.
SCADS.
And actually, I've performed there, you performed there, Dutch has performed there, and what we do is we have a rotating group of people that come and do an hour show there every Friday.
Well, the people love it too, they really do.
They really do.
And it's a great audience. There isn't a finer audience than hopefully SCADS.
It's really, really fun doing the performances for them. You come away from there on a high, knowing that you provided joy and you have joy yourself.
Oh, absolutely. It stays with you for quite a few days.
That's right.
Tell us about the big gala coming up. Anything new and different this year, or what's the plans?
It is big. We have two shows going on from 4:30 to 6:30 in Dining Room 1 and Dining Room 2. In Dining Room 1, we're going to have the Village Midiots and dancing. So anybody who wants to dance, they might want to be in that room. But at the very same time, over in Dining Room 2, we have all sorts of things going on. We have classical, we have Broadway, we have a fiddle player. He also plays a penny whistle and a button accordion. Wow. He's going to do all of them. We have a steel guitar player. We have, let me see, what else do we have? We have soloists, duets, trios, and piano.
Wow.
Piano solos. So a lot of things going on. We got, I think it's 21 different acts going on in there, and guess who's going to be the MC?
I wonder, who is the
That might be Tony.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it.
And then, so that's from 4:30 to 6:30. So at 6:30, the doors open to the main theater. When that happens, Mark Hochberg is going to be playing his keyboard for a whole half an hour while people are coming in, getting seated.
Wonderful.
And during that time, we're also showing a slideshow. And on the slideshow, we tell about the charities, we tell about the sponsors, we tell about the performers. And it'll go probably run 3 times.
Wonderful
While we're waiting for the show to start. Then at 7 o'clock, the main event starts, and it's going to be really wonderful. We open with the Korean men's chorus with Ducky Lee directing and playing the piano. And right after that, with the chorus supporting, Susan's going to sing a little song that everybody gets to join in. This land is your land.
Ah, yes.
And the very next act is this wonderful guy over here.
Dutch.
Yes, that'll be me. I'm going to be doing a tune with Mark Hochberg, who's also the piano player she was talking about earlier. We're going to be doing, I'll be doing guitar and vocals, and Mark will be doing piano.
Excellent.
And we'll take it from there. And I'm basically the entertainer of the group, and so I play guitar and I sing. And also I have a rock and roll band that's called the Dutch of Fizz that plays in the village for various clubs.
I've seen the flyers.
Yeah, we have played for the tennis club, we've played for the bocce club, and we've got some future contracts with other clubs.
Excellent.
The India Club and
now, is this going to be part of this new group you were telling me about?
No, no, we have another group. Yes, the rock and roll, we do mostly rock and roll with the Dutch of Fizz, but there was a demand for some mellower music, so we formed a jazz trio, and it's called the Woods Jazz Trio, and Mark Hochberg is part of that, and he plays piano. I play bass in that group, and then we have a drummer from Austin, Texas, who is a fabulous studio musician, and he plays drums, and his name is Bill Hamburger. And on the 20th of July, if you are available, come and see us at Clubhouse 2. We're going to be in the back patio, and it's a free event, so everybody brings their own refreshments and snacks, and it's from 7 to 9 on Thursday. July 20th.
July 20th, 7 to 9, and it's in Clubhouse 1?
No, Clubhouse 2.
Clubhouse 2?
Yes.
Wonderful.
And so it's going to be a nice evening, and hopefully by that time the weather would be cooling off a little, but I would suggest to bring something warm just in case it is a little, they do have heaters out there because it's going to be outside in the patio. So
nice. That's a nice little venue out there.
Nice room.
Absolutely.
Well, while we got you warmed up a little bit here, you want to entertain us with a song?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I brought my guitar here, and I'm going to do a little tune by George Benson called This Masquerade.
This Masquerade.
So. This lonely game we play, looking for words to say, searching but not finding understanding anywhere. We're lost in masquerade. Afraid to say you're just too far away. Being close together from the start. Try to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Thoughts of leaving disappear every time I see your eyes. No need heart or cry. So that's a tune by George Benson. It's called This Masquerade.
Very good. Well done. Nice rendition.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do you do a lot of covers?
Yes, that's mostly what I do. I also do a solo act where I do a slacky guitar. Of course, I can't demonstrate it because the tuning is different, but it's a style that originated in Hawaii, and so it's very mellow. And actually, I did it for the art fair in Clubhouse 2 last summer or a few months ago.
Well, very professional and well done, and we look forward to seeing that act on the stage and some more that you have. And you mentioned on the 20th is where we're going to enjoy, it was July 20th?
July 20th, it's going to be in Clubhouse 2, and it's called the Woods Jazz Trio.
Very good.
With Mark Hochberg, Bill Hamburger, and myself on bass.
Excellent. That's a wonderful sounding trio. We've got Mark on the piano, you on guitar, and Hamburger will be playing
drums.
The drums. Boom,
Yes,
boom, boom.
right.
Wow, nice sound.
Yeah,
That should be very good. And
We're
you
doing
mentioned-
mostly standards from the 50s and some Frank Sinatra and also some contemporary Beatles tunes. It's mostly instrumental, but we're going to be doing some singing with it.
Nice thing is they have kind of a jazz theme to it.
Yes,
a little
it's a
bit?
jazz theme,
Gotcha.
and and we could throw in some rock and roll
Absolutely.
depending on what
They
people
go
want
together.
to hear.
All music is good.
Absolutely.
We look forward to that. Thank you very much. Great, great, great song. Well, Sunshine, tell us some more about
I will do that.
back to the Sunshine
Yes,
Gala and
yes.
assorted events.
So here we are, we're on stage, we're doing this wonderful show. Now, not only do we have all sorts of music going on, but we have a guy coming out with some humor in between acts, and we have a 13-year-old gymnast doing some little things across stage in between acts. It's going to be awfully cute. The ladies are going to absolutely fall in love, I promise you. And then besides all that, we have operatic, we have classical, we have Broadway, we have rock and roll, we have the soloists, trios, instrumentals. We have Vern and Vern Smith, myself,
Right, Vern.
and Jeannie Fleming doing Granada.
Wow, that should be wonderful.
It's going to be fun. And we have, anybody heard of Valerie Geller?
Valerie Geller rings a bell way back
Yeah,
there.
she is head of the orchestra. It is now called the Global Harmony Symphony.
Wow.
And she and 3 other people from their group are volunteering and doing 8 minutes of a beautiful rendition of Mozart's. It's called Mozart's Quartet. It's a piano, a cello, a violin, and a viola.
Viola. Wow. Well, we all look forward
Got all
to
that
a
out. Wow.
Right.
wonderful show, and we can't thank you enough for spearheading these over the years, and of course in this month's great, great show. And mark your calendars, folks, July 30th, 7 o'clock, Clubhouse 3, Performing Arts Center, and come early and enjoy the 2 side rooms, because as Sunshine mentioned, you got great music on both sides, and with 2 hours you can actually experience both, plenty of time, and then in 7 o'clock for the main show.
And it's only $10, and that $10 ticket entitles you to see either one of the 2 shows.
Either
On the side
and the
room
main,
at
either one of the
4:30.
2 shows and the main show,
Yes.
and the $10 goes to the 3 wonderful beneficiaries that get this, and it really makes their day, makes everybody's day, and you'll feel good about it as well. So thank you very
Most of
much.
the people are from the community. We have some guests, but most of the people are from
Are in the community, all
Yeah.
the entertainers,
Yeah.
of which there's
Yeah.
90 some, I understand.
95 people.
95 performers.
Yeah.
Wow, what a
Wow.
show. Okay, folks, well, that takes care of the Sunshine segment. Thank you very much, you
I
guys.
wanted to mention one more thing. Did I mention that on the 20th that's a free event? So
You just did.
No money. Oh, I did. I didn't say that. Okay. I just want to make sure because some people might call up and say, "Okay, where can I buy tickets?" And
Gotcha.
it's just, just show up and
No tickets.
Yeah, no tickets.
Very good. Dutch's event is free to boot. How's that? Thank you very much. Stay tuned on Club Talk, because coming up is the Mindful Eating Club. Bye now.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veteran service organization in the nation, with 2.5 million members. And when you add to that the American Legion Auxiliary and the Sons of the American Legion, we have a family of 4 million members, working hard every day for our veterans, our youth, and our communities. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Hey folks, welcome back to Club Talk. Part 2, the Mindful Eating Club. Let's start thinking. Well, we got Nancy Fisher here and Carla Vigos to tell us all about the Mindful Eating Club. Now, you know, I did a little research, and mindful eating kind of starts off with a big group that's known as Forks Over Knives. What a name, huh? And they're talking about diets that are based mainly on fruits, vegetables, tubers, whole grains, legumes, and excludes or minimizes meat, chicken, fish, beef, and a lot of dairy products and eggs, as well as highly refined foods such as bleached flour, refined sugar, and oil. And the folks that are on these kind of diets, they have shown over many testings that 55% of the folks have a less chance of high blood pressure, 32% of the folks have a less chance of heart disease, and everybody finds that their depression decreases quite a bit. So it's something to look at and something to listen to, and we got Nancy who's going to tell us all about it and where I goofed up on that.
Oh, okay. Mindful Eating Club started 2 years ago. This is actually almost to the day our second anniversary,
wow.
so that
Happy
is very
anniversary.
exciting. And the name of our club is Mindful Eating, focusing on more plant-based whole foods. And we debated whether to just do plant-based whole foods, but we definitely are emphasizing that piece of that. And the statistics that you shared are really true. You can actually reverse heart disease. Dr. Dean Ornish in the 90s started with that kind of concept. And then there is a Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, who is from Cleveland Clinic, that has picked that banner up and is actually part of the Forks Over Knives documentary that you talked about. And for those listening, you can get on Netflix and see Forks Over Knives, and there's actually a new one that's called What the Health, instead of like What the Beef, What the Health. Those are both documentaries that really support the plant-based whole food diet. And if you do plant-based whole food, you're looking at really very little, if any, oil. It's the oil, they call it SOS, no sugar, no oil, no salt. And so you get some of those results, and you actually get to they've actually reversed heart disease with it.
Well, then they mentioned, though, refined sugar. Wouldn't that be controversial?
sugar would be sugar, oil, and salt. So those are really the main things, and it's eating a plant-based whole food on that. So maybe, and so anyway, so the club started with really focusing on totally plant-based whole food. Some people that came to us early thought you had to be vegan or totally plant-based in order to do it. And a lot of our leadership is, I think the reason people think that is because we are very enthusiastic about it. A number of folks have gone to conferences, heard some of these names. There's a book out now that's called How Not to Die by Dr. Michael I don't know if it's Greger or McGregor, I think it's Greger. But anyway, he talks about there's just a lot of literature out there that supports it. There also was a doctor from, not medical doctor, but PhD doctor from Cornell that has a book that's called The China Study. And the emperor or somebody in China was dying of bladder cancer and opened up his whole country to doing a longitudinal study. And so they got tons of information. And what's interesting is that Colin Campbell and also Dr. Esselstyn, both in their 70s when they came across this literature, had lived their whole, they were both off of dairy farms in upstate New York, had lived that kind of lifestyle and supported that kind of eating for their patients for their whole life. And they shifted on that because if you read the China Study, which I would encourage folks to do, it just gives you a different perspective on the value of not having meat and dairy. And in fact, Esselstyn I guess it was Campbell that did the study where they took, and this has been duplicated other places, where they took mice or rats, they fed them casein, which is the protein in cheese and dairy, and they actually saw the cancer rates go down and up and down and up based on when they were given it, when they weren't. So there's just a lot of research out there. But our club, we look at what resonates as right for people. So even though we're talking about primarily whole food, plant-based, and really whole food because that piece of it is as opposed to processed food. It's really the processed food, the white flours, the white rice, the sugars, those kinds of things that are really detrimental to our health. So anytime you can buy and eat closer to the earth, the better you are on that. But anyway, we are looking at supporting folks and doing what resonates as right for them. And we can't even say everybody eat greens because if you have certain kidney conditions, you can't have the oxalate vegetables. You can't have some of the dark leafy greens, which are high in protein and fiber and calcium, but they're not for everyone. So I do a disclaimer at the beginning of all of our meetings that says, you know, do your own research, talk to your doctor, do what works for you.
Wouldn't in that case the person could elevate some chicken and some
and
fish for the protein?
And actually Dr. Joel Furman, who is a proponent of plant-based whole foods, does allow a little bit of that. You can see his, you can get on YouTube and see tons of these, but that works
the
on
part
that.
I was reading, it recommended for folks who wanted to get on board quickly to start with about 1,000 calories a day.
Well, some people will say that,
is that
and
too
some
much?
people, no, some people will say that, some people will say don't even do that. Just do it.
Just do it.
Because the benefits come pretty fast.
I see.
From doing that. So Juliana Hover is a plant-based dietitian that you'll see her name around, and she's got like a Facebook page and information out. And when you look at her stuff, she just says, just do it.
Just do it.
Right.
Now, along hand in hand is metabolism. Now, that's got to be up there for weight control. And
exactly. And that's one of the things that this is Carla.
Hi,
Carla is one of our founding members. She's one of the first 20 people that signed up to get this club up and going. So I want to thank her very much. And she also has been, you know, we look at what resonates for people.
Right.
And this fast metabolism diet that she started, that Dutch and I are going to start on Monday.
Oh, are you
so
guys?
the next time,
Very good.
because we're ready. We think we need to rev our metabolism up a little bit.
Yes.
But would you like to share what you're doing? And
Yes, well, basically I joined the club just because I like a lot of information. And I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian, I just eat what resonates for me. I'm full-blooded Italian, so you know, I gotta have some pasta, I gotta have some meatballs and sausage.
Right.
So, but it's okay, because I do eat healthy as well. And I do like vegetables and fruit. And I had found that through aging, even though, you know, your weight stays about the same, you start getting this middle. And the fast metabolism diet that I am following is really geared towards fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, grains, a lot of what is important in our club here. But the fact is that you're eating in different cycles through the week, and where you'll have fruits and grains and meat maybe the first 2 days, then you go to meat or soy, and it is good for vegetarians and good for vegans as well. And in the third 3 days, it's kind of maintaining with a little bit of oil. And in 6 weeks, I lost 3.5 inches around my waist and about 13 pounds. So I was really happy about that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and
nice
it's just a different lifestyle, but it resonates really well with our club.
Very cool.
Whole foods,
Yes.
fresh fruits.
And that's why it resonated with me when I heard it, because it's eating everything that we're eating, but it's doing it in a way that is just different days. So that, and it's also cutting back. I mean, you have to cut back on, like not cut back.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't- For 28 days, you don't do caffeine or alcohol or sugar or wheat.
Oh, here come the
or
rules.
yeah.
Here come
Yeah.
the
But you know
rules.
what?
Yeah.
And drinking half of your body weight in water, so in ounces, and
Definitely.
and
Definitely deal breakers for some people.
right.
Could be.
And eating 5 times a day, no more than 3 to 4 hours in between, so 3 meals and 2 snacks. Eating within 30 minutes when you get up. But the key to that is that those are things that really we know are good for us
Yes.
anyway.
Okay, we're just run out of time, folks.
Okay.
That's a lot of information. Now, the club meets in the Los Olivos rooms on the first and third Mondays of the month. And also, the club has a lot of restaurant outings and potlucks as well, so you can actually get
those are
involved
fun.
with the type of eatings. So we'll see you at the first or third Mondays at the Los Olivos room, which is in Clubhouse 2. And we'll find more about
And we're in the Globe, so
in the Globe.
yeah, so
All
you'll
right,
be
well,
able to
thank you,
find us.
ladies,
in it.
very much.
You're welcome.
Hope you enjoyed this filled up, full, fact-filled show, and we'll see you next month on Club Talk. Make it a great day. Bye now.